Hello Flosstube, it's Tony, the flightless stitcher from Madam New Zealand. Okay, this is just a little intro, just a quick intro to my Flosstube channel, which I concentrate predominantly on cross stitch when I'm doing it. This year has been a bit of a mess, but aren't they all? If you've been around for a while, this is probably Flosstube number 9 or 10. I'm not 100% sure. I haven't even looked. It's only the second or third one for this year. Life for me is always hectic, and this year has proven to be the rule, not the exception. There hasn't been a huge amount of stitching this year. Well, there has been on and off, but I've had some very extensive where there'd be weeks on end where I haven't stitched at all, and all my plans from the beginning of the year ran out the window. It's just been really busy, and at times I just haven't felt like stitching, as we all do on occasion. So I'm going to try something different, because now that it has been such a long time, as it always seems to be with me, no matter what my intentions are, I have decided I'll have a go at doing it vlog style, because by the time I get to the point where I'm stitching again, I'm ready to do a floss tube again, I find that I have so much that I could show that I'm a little overwhelmed. So I thought what I'll do is we'll have a go at this and we'll see how we go. So this is the intro. This is going to be a little vlog of my last 2 weeks of stitching. I didn't really stitch last week. There was quite a gap from Sunday through to Friday evening, Saturday morning, where I didn't stitch at all, just because I was busy. Also, spoiler alert, if you're in the New Zealand ATC, I am going to show what I should have sent a week ago, which I only finished yesterday. I've yet to put them on cards, which is the next thing I'm going to do straight after this. But yeah, let's see how we go. Okay, hopefully I've recorded a little intro where I've explained that I am putting together a vlog styled diary of sorts, to instead of doing a standard floss tube, just because I never have more than half an hour to myself, and by the time I get set up I don't have time to sit down and actually record the floss tube, and I know it's going to take an hour, and then that's life. It is what it is. We're all busy. This year has been exceptionally busy, but yeah, there we are. So what I am doing, what I'm working on, this is where I got to last night. I run the New Zealand ATC swap stitch thing, and it's our Halloween one, and it's due to go out tomorrow, Wednesday. Today is Tuesday the something. What day is it? Tuesday, October 14th. Okay. So I'm just going to sit down and do some stitching, and I started this yesterday because I thought, oh shoot, I haven't started my Halloween stitch. It's due to be posted out tomorrow, so yep, that's going to happen. So I started this, and already I know that this is going to be too big for the card, but it's not a massive stitch. What am I stitching? I'm stitching Things That Go Bump by Angel Stitching. Oh, Fate of Angels. Hang on. Designed by Jan Fate of Angel Stitching, and I got this out of the Halloween 2014 book on page 45 if anybody's looking for it. So I can't show you, I can probably show you a little bit about what it's going to look like. I'll just do foldy. So that's what it's going to look like, and I can already tell that this is not going to be, feet, this is going to be too big for the card, I think. I'll keep stitching. There's not that much in it, so I'll keep stitching. If it fits, it fits. If it doesn't, I do something else. Okie dokie. Okay, it's just about 6 o'clock on Wednesday the 15th of October. So just to give you a quick update, I got all that finished last night. So I'm about to have a go at doing some more of it. Made a few boo-boos. Mostly because I'm still tired from the weekend's workout, and I did a couple of dumbs. So we had a little bit that had to be frogged out and put back in. Mostly around this area where I somehow went double with the threads. Hello, kitten. And yeah, so this is my starting point today. It's definitely not going to fit on the card, so I need to get it finished and do another one for the card. Cards were due to be sent out today, so yes, I am behind, but I'm a fairly quick stitcher, so it'll be okay. So yeah, catch up with you tomorrow. Bye. Hi everybody. Okay, it's 11:50 on Saturday the 18th. It's a couple of days since I did a little bit of an update. So I did a little bit of stitching on Wednesday. As you can see, just a little bit. I didn't get very far at all, only a couple of hundred stitches of that. Yeah, so that's as far as I've gotten on that. If you're curious, I'm stitching this on chalkboard by, I think it's Picture This Plus, but I could be wrong. It could be a thing. I might be wrong. I think it's a 32 count, but it could be a 36. It could be a 40. I don't think it's a 40. No, it's not a 40. Could be a 36. Well, it might be a 40. I'm not sure. I've had it in stash for a while. The tag for it was thrown away. As you can see, it's very crunchy. Very crunchy. It just holds all the time. I've actually washed this fabric because it drove me nuts when I first got it. It's definitely a linen. But yeah, it's just so crunchy. I've actually washed it about 3 or 4 times, thrown it through the washing machine. And I've also thrown it in the dryer trying to soften it up. And as you can see, it has actually been mildly successful because it was way crunchier, but it's still kind of hard to work with. And what I am actually stitching is Things That Go Bump by Jan Fate of Angel Stitching, and this is from the Just Cross Stitch Halloween 2014 book. So yeah, that's what I've been stitching. I thought I was going to stitch it for the ATC, as I've mentioned previously, but it's not going to fit. It's going to be too big, so that's not a thing. Okay, so from there we move on to, that was Wednesday, I'm pretty sure. So Thursday, I didn't get any stitching at all done. We had an info night at the studio, so I spent the entire day running around like a mad thing doing that, and then I also had to go to a online meeting where I had voting rights for regionals or national or something. So yeah, I had to attend that via Zoom. So I went to the studio, set up for help them set up for the info night, and as soon as everybody was there and they were all sorted, I ran out the door and went to my meeting. And I didn't get home until well after 8, so yeah, no stitching for me. I just had some dinner and basically went to bed. And then on Thursday I had to have my husband over at the hospital by 8:30. Reason I had to have him there was because he has to have a small procedure done every couple of years, just a precautionary thing that we have to have done because he's got some hereditary issues there and they just want to keep an eye on them. So I had to have him at the hospital at 8:30. We live over an hour away, so we had to leave before 7 to be there on time. And so I took some stitching with me. I took Halloween Quaker by Lila Studio, and this is where I got to with this. So yeah, as soon as I sat down, I realised that what I had stitched here was completely wrong, so I pulled all that out straight away. Excuse my nails, they're a mess at the moment. But then I popped in the moon and did all the, well, that's actually coffee, I think it was. Hang on, what colour was that? Yeah, that's black coffee. No, not black coffee. Yes, black coffee. Yes, it is. It's black coffee. So that's actually black coffee that I was stitching with there. So yeah, I got all those black coffees in. His procedure usually we're at the hospital for at least half a day. We were actually out and done before 11, which was remarkable and really exciting. So yeah, so that's as far as I've gotten with that. And then I got home to a little bit of stitchy mail. Excuse me. So these I picked up, they were on special on 123. I had to order some threads in, which are down in the back bedroom. I'm not going to show you them, they're just threads. And they were something that I couldn't get easily in New Zealand. So I picked up these because they were on special at the same time. So yeah, I picked up that one, which is basically a Christmas joy. So yeah, so there's that one. I love that little birdie on top of the tree, and I think you can't beat a reindeer and stockings, so that's kind of cool. And then Millie was on special as well. I am in the process of collecting all of the animal crackers because I want to do them all up. I haven't even started one, and so far I've got about 3 or 4. And then, I didn't even know this was a thing. I've got Ida May Crow and I've got Ira Ray Crow. And then I found out about Steampunk Percival and Steampunk Penelope. So, I can't not. So I'm going to put them in. Ida May and Ira Ray are all kitted up, ready to go, and in my must-do basket. So I'm actually going to pop these guys in the same folder. Honestly, look at her dress. Oops, oops, oops. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry about that, guys. So yeah, I dropped them. So that's where they are. So look at her. Isn't she so cute in her little purple dress and her little top hat? And he looks so dapper. So yeah, so that's what I'm doing there. Words hard today. I'm tired. So yeah, I'm going to finish this guy off today. It's Saturday, so I'm going to get this finished. This is my folder of Halloween things that I have printed off of magazines over the years that I would like to do. And I take most of my ATCs from these. This is just the Halloween one. I've got another one for Christmas, and then I've got 2 other ones for just general. So I do try to get my ATC cards from there if I can. So I'm not going to go open it up completely because a lot of those have got the patterns on the same page, obviously. But yeah, so that's where I'm at, and hopefully I'll catch up with you guys tomorrow. Okay, bye. Okay, it is 9:42 on Sunday, what the heck date this is? Sunday after yesterday anyway. I think it's the 19th possibly. So yeah, I've been up since before 7 this morning trying to get this finished. I finished last night, but how about we start at the beginning? So as you can see, didn't quite make it. It wasn't, when I got to here I knew he wasn't going to fit on the side, so I couldn't even just stop at the ghost, so I just kept going, as you can see. So there it is in all its finished glory. These are glow-in-the-dark threads as well, DMC. So yeah, it looks amazing. But yeah, I got up before 7 because the cat was standing at the end of the bed screaming at me. So I got up before 7. I had gotten to the B. I don't think I'd quite finished the B last night when I went to bed. So I got up and finished that this morning. So yeah. That's that one done and dusted. I get to keep it now. I have popped inside the wardrobe. Definitely glows in the definitely glows in the dark. So yeah, it looks amazing. So hopefully I'll remember to pop up a quick picture of it looking like it glows in the dark. So yeah, onward and upward. Now I've got to go and find something that will fit on a card. Talk to you later. Bye. Okay, bit of a spoiler alert. I've been doing things for my ATC. I've only stitched today this week. I tried to stitch yesterday, didn't get there. So I have done 3 different things. This one's definitely not going to fit, as you already know by the posts that I've done about that. So that one was, once again, Things That Go Bump, designed by Jen Fate of Angel Stitching from Halloween 2024, page 45 if you're looking for it. Then I did this one, and that one is called Werewolf Habitat, designed by Elizabeth Spurlock, and that was in Just Cross Stitch Halloween 2016 on page 32 if you're looking for it. And even then, not 100% sure if that's the one I want to put out, so I love it though. It's kind of cute. It's kind of cute. Things can get hairy. And then there's this one, which is Family Portrait, designed by Wendy White of WeWorks, and that was from Just Cross Stitch something something. 13th of the 10th, 2022. I'm going to say it's probably the Halloween one, but it might have been the October one at the time, or fall. But yeah, so I've taken that from one magazine. So all three of these are from the magazines anyway. All three of them were stitched with DMC. Yeah, not really much more I can say about that. I stitched this one last Sunday, and I stitched this one pretty much today. I think it was, I stitched to about there last Sunday, and now I've just done the rest of it today. They're all in the neons. So let's get this out. So that one was, yeah, so Habitat was in that one. You guys are going to go nuts at me about how wobbly this is. The Witch is on that one, and the Ghosties are on that one. And that one definitely does glow in the dark. I have proven it. It does work. So yeah, that's where I've gotten to. Now from there, where am I going to go? I have picked back up my Supernatural cell from a couple of years ago, and I am going to be working on, I think it's the Djinn. So what am I going to change on that? No idea at this stage. I will let you know once I get to the end of it. I have just started the bordery, but thought I'd better do an update because I haven't been doing that much stitching lately. The last couple of weeks it's just been a little bit hectic, so this was really the worst time to start trying to do some vlogging. Okay, talk to you later. Bye. Okay, hopefully you enjoyed that, and now you know kind of where we're up to. Long story short, when I finished filming yesterday, I did a quick edit on here, adding the last one that I filmed of the vlog series into the filming that I'm doing, whatever the heck you call it. And from there I promptly went, yeah, nah, and didn't stitch anything. So I lied. I did not stitch after I stopped filming yesterday, but that's fine. That's life, and it's a long weekend here in New Zealand. So what I was going to stitch on, as you will have just seen, was my witchy stitcher. So that's what it looks like currently anyway. I'm going to use me as the backy droppy thing. So that's what it looks like. As you can see, I'm making it up as I go along. I am following the pattern, but that is all I am doing. I'm picking my own choices. Everything has got, there hasn't been one that I haven't changed things on yet. I'm using fuzzy floss for the hairy bits on the werewolf and on the banshee. Both the hair, I don't think you're going to be able to see wherever she is, but yeah, no, I used fancy floss for her hair, so she's got fuzzies. A little werewolf man is fuzzy as well. I'm not going to fluff them up until I've finished, obviously, but yeah, I'm also having a go at stitching in the well. I've never stitched in the well before. Not convinced yet, but we'll keep going, see how we go. So I'm actually going to put this away. It's not floating my boat today, so I'm going to pop it away. So what am I going to stitch on? I have, excuse the zippy, probably should have undone those. I have actually pulled out my chatelaine. I have this is my first chatelaine. I am doing Halloween Kitty, and that's as far as I've gotten. It is on a 32 count that I dyed myself. So that's as far as I've gotten on it. I am putting all the beading and stuff in as I go. It's not a huge one. This isn't a big one. So I'm doing all the beading and stuff as I go. I have pulled that out, and I am going to stitch on that today. There's not a lot in this one, to be honest. That's all the beads. And this is all the thread. So as you can see, there's not a huge amount in there. Oh, plus black DMC. But there's not a huge amount in it, to be honest. So yeah, I'm gonna pull that out and have a play with that this afternoon. So yeah, plans for the next week or so, finding things as I go. Because of the way my stitching year has gone, all my plans went out the window, and if any of you remember or have seen anything before, I have Final Heat. This is art by Byerley, and I'm stitching it for my dad. He doesn't watch this, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, I'm not even halfway. If I had stuck to my 25/7 with this, it would be probably at around 80% now. It is only at around 35, 37, something like that. I might even be wrong, it might even not be that high. But yeah, it's got a long way to go. Dad is 76 now. I think he just turned 70 when I started this. I really need to concentrate on this. So I'm going to make myself again start doing my 25/7 and get this finished. I have, one of the things that I have been doing this year, when I have had the urge to stitch, is I am trying to stitch on things that I actually have in progress. I'm trying to whip down, if you like, whip being works in progress. I started the year with over 30. I probably still have the same number, to be honest. I've only finished a handful of things, and I've started a few things as well, but again, I'm trying to stitch mostly from scratch. But I'm about to show you a couple of things that's going to make that sound like I'm lying, which I am. I am trying to stitch mostly from scratch, to be fair, but life's too short to get bogged down with rules and regulations and all the rest of it. So I fell over at Nashville Market. I fell over again at Needlework Market just recently. I actually have a couple of JetX patterns arriving, and with fabric, which again I will start. But one of the things I found is that most of my projects are huge. I have a lot of really big projects, and I need to have some small wins as well. So what I'm trying to do is whip down, get rid of a proportion of those big projects, and have a concentrated 25/7, that being Final Heat until it's finished. Only have one full coverage going at a time, and make that my focus piece, my 25/7. Otherwise I'll never get those finished. And then just at the moment I'm just stitching what I feel, because that's the only way I can bring myself to stitch. Like I said, I've had a bit of a year. So yeah, that's where I'm going with that next. So I have had a couple of things come up though. Spent all day yesterday rearranging my, well, all morning yesterday rearranging my stitching supplies, because I have a number of number of charts that I have kitted up, and those are broken down into two areas. The first area being must stitch, and they're in a basket in my lounge at the moment. And if I have the urge to start something new, I try to go over there and do that. The second thing that I did was myself and my friend Linda, who probably will be watching this, we were watching, she comes and stays every so often, she comes and stays for a couple of days, and last time she was here we were watching, I've actually got them paused on the TV right now, they are my favourite watch at the moment, Floss Paper Scissors. They don't need a shout out from me by any means, they've got good views. This the one I'm looking at was only released yesterday, a day ago, and it's already got 2,200 views, which is always astounds me when I can't even get 30. Mind you, if I had some consistency I probably would, but anyway, I'm not saying watch me, please don't think that. If you like me, watch me. If you don't, move forward. That is perfectly fine. I'm not everybody's cup of tea, and I'm well aware of that. So yeah, anyway, while we were watching them and several other floss tubers, we sit here and we stitch and we chat and we laugh and we watch Flosstube. So while we were doing that, we saw, and I don't know who it was that was doing it, our Forest Embroideries Moon Deer, which looks like this. So I promptly, immediately went and ordered it. Linda got really excited and then suddenly realised she already owned it. So we decided that we're going to start stitching it together. So she ordered the flosses for us, rather than us both order separately and pay postage and packaging twice. So she's ordered the flosses for us. So when I catch up with her, which won't be too far off, we're due for a catch up again. I'll grab those off of her. But yeah, and from there the flosses actually arrived this week. So we spent yesterday chatting backwards and forwards trying to figure out what fabric we're going to use. I'm not quite sure where she landed. She went through, she would have sent me 30 pictures, at least 30, didn't you, Linda? And oh, you see little Harry's head bopping up and down. She's on her cat tree. So anyway, I got a piece of this off of Helen at that Crafty Kiwi when we were at the Wellington retreat. Her and I actually went halves on a giant piece of fabric. This is still a giant piece of fabric. It's called Garden Party by Bestitch Me, and I love this fabric. This is 32 count. It is such a gorgeous piece of fabric, and I really want to stitch this on there. That's as close as I can come to doing a floss toss for you. Sorry guys. So yeah, probably if I do that, you might be able to see. Might have to change a couple of colours down the bottom, but that is the fabric I would really like to stitch it on. But I would prefer to do a 40 count for this, because she's a beast. She is huge. It's 185 by 445. So she big. She real big. And although it will fit on this, I don't really want it to be that big in the home, so I'd rather do it on a 40 count. This is a 32 count. And I've already got this one earmarked for another project anyway. And what, may you ask, is that project that I have this kitted up for? Well, seeing we're here, and I had it out, I might as well show you. Oh, and I zipped it up instead of down. I actually have that earmarked to go with Garden Prelude by Mirabilia. I have all the bits and bobs, like the specialty threads, and I've got the bead pack, so she's all ready to go. But I try to have one project from a designer on the go at any given point in time. And at the moment I have Raven Queen on the go, so I want to get that finished before I start the next one. So, and I have 5 Mirabilias kitted up, ready to go. Because when I decided that I was going to have the must do before I die pile, which is in the cupboard in the just over there a little bit, I went through and made sure that these things were kitted up and ready to go, so that in the event that they do strike me that I really must start that today, then they're there and ready to go. The other thing I did while I was rummaging trying to find that fabric was I found all my little kits. Well, my must do before I die little kits, and some of them I've only just added, but I've pulled them out and I've gone, you know what, I'm going to get these done just on the days where I don't feel like doing much, but I want to do something small, or I could even do them and get them ready for we'll see. But so I just thought I'll show you, because they're going to be living on my table. These ones I already had in kit. This one was Christmas Pickle from Mill Hill. Try and do it without the glare. So Christmas Pickle from Mill Hill. And then we have a Christmas Cactus from Mill Hill. Trying not to get the glare for you guys. And Splat Witch from Mill Hill. She makes me laugh. So I might actually do her next week. Whoopsie. And once every 2 months, we have a Waikato Stitchy meetup, which Alex from Chasing Alex actually organises. And we have it at 'Tis the Season over in Marting? Timahiri, around there. Anyway, I never come home empty-handed. It's a beautiful shop. If you've never been there before, you have to go. It is a beautiful shop. So I grabbed a few things while I was there last time. I've had these Christmas tassel ornaments on my watch list for quite a while. So I thought, should really grab one and do one. So I've got the Rainbow Teal Tassel by Mill Hill. See if I can do that. And then there were these two little, well, they actually had a few, but I only bought two, little filigree, and they're done by 'Tis the Season, I think, from memory. Hang on, I need to put my crutches on. Yeah, they are vintage filigree, they're called. I've got the beaded teardrop and the beaded Christmas tree. So that's the beaded teardrop. It comes with everything you need. And beaded Christmas tree. And then finally, this one's from Abby Rose Designs. And again, it comes with everything that you need. I got a sampler stocking ornament, which looks like it's going to be quite small. So, I mean, again, I can whack that out in a few days if I'm just feeling like doing something and I need to have something started and finished. Plus, I need to finish up my finishing game because I am not a good finisher. I run this New Zealand ATC swap, and I always feel so bad for the person that gets my ornament because although I love stitching, my finishing skills are so poor. I am the worst finisher I have ever met in my entire life. I try really hard and my heart's in it, but I'm just no good at it. So hopefully these will help me to try and get that sorted unless somebody wants to come and visit me and be my finisher for me, which I'm picking won't be a thing. But just saying, I have coffee, I have snacks, I can feed you. Let me know. So yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at the moment. So yeah, rather than keep you hanging around, I'm going to say goodbye. Hopefully you enjoyed this vlog style. I found it a little bit easier to do if I could just pick up my phone and just do 1 or 2 minutes at the beginning of the day before I started stitching, showing what I'd done the day before. I'm not going to do it because I'm not going to do it at the end of the day because A, I'm tired, B, it's often 10, 11, and C, I can't be bothered at that hour of the night. I'd rather do it in the morning. So yeah, no worries. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed it, and stick around, and hopefully I'll be back in a week or 2 with another version of this. Talk to you soon.